Man, I got to work in Daytona a little too early today. Went down to the employee entrance to the post office and found out the gates were still chained and everything. So then I had to go around all the way down the street to the other end of the building. First entrance I tried goes into where the postal vehicles are parked, and that didn't go all the way through around the back. So then I found the other entrance that was open. Drove back down in all the way around the building past where the loading docks and stuff are, and I get down to the other end where I originally tried to come in, and the gates were open now. Somebody must have seen me flashing my high beams to check the locks on the chains earlier, and then by the time I got all the way around the building, they had already unlocked it. Unless they gave one of those other people a key, because when I came in, I got back down here. Yeah, there's like 5 other people coming through that entrance. Oh, well. But I saw an interesting video. Hi! One of my longtime friends there, Rob Manieri, he's a crazy guy. I was actually working as an acting supervisor when he started here in Winter Park. And now he's a postmaster. All these people, I used to be supervising them. I stopped doing all that shit, and now they're all managers and postmasters and stuff. But yeah, this video I saw talking about how Filipinos are addicted to their cell phones and stuff, you know. And I know we all probably can agree to that. Anybody who's been around a lot of Filipinos, man or woman, and you know, they're always playing some kind of a game or something, or texting with people, or watching TikTok videos and stuff like that. And especially if you're an older guy with a younger woman, maybe you think it's a whole lot too much time sometimes. On the other hand, I spend a lot of time watching, YouTube stuff and looking for stuff on the internet or whatever, and watching some stuff on TV when there's some shows on I like and things like that. So we all have our little things, but the whole cell phone thing, it got me thinking, how many guys really want their Filipina to put down the phone and get off of it? It's easy to say, devote your time to getting, being around the people you're with and with your family and with me and stuff. But how many of these guys actually are interested in entertaining their Filipino wife for 24 hours a day, Because if she's not doing that, if you say, put down the phone and talk to me, okay, are you going to be a good conversation partner whenever she starts talking to you? Or are you going to sit there and say, oh, Jesus Christ, enough, I've got other things I want to focus on, Because a lot of guys, it's easy to complain about this stuff, but be careful what you wish for, So I guess I'm curious how many people really think it's too much time that they spend on this. If it's not actually preventing them from taking care of the things they need to do in life, keeping them from doing their job, keeping them from doing whatever other things they have to do in the family. Is it really that much of a problem, It would be one thing if they were totally isolating themselves from the world, but a lot of them are just staying in touch with different family members and friends, and it's their way of socializing with people that they aren't around anymore, especially, say, like my wife. She's here in America, all her family in different places. Actually, in a couple of weeks, I took some time off work. She has some relatives that she grew up with in the Philippines who live in California now, and they're going to come down here to Orlando. And I think they have some other cousin or something in Titusville. So we're going to go run around with them for a few days and have some fun. But a lot of times, your Filipino wife, maybe she doesn't get to see all these people in person. And it's a way of keeping up with old friends and relatives and things like that. So it's actually good for them psychologically, and especially if you've married someone and brought them over to a foreign country. Yeah, you want them to pay attention to you, but if they're not actually neglecting any of their duties, if you want to call them that, is it really that big of a problem? Are they really spending too much time doing it? It's just the way people interact these days. And when you're talking about people from the Philippines, I remember seeing, before a long time ago, how people in the Philippines are like the world's most, prolific texters and stuff. That's just the way they've grown up and how they've learned to interact and communicate with each other. As long as you still have a well-balanced person with a good personality and your relationship is fine, I don't know that it's that much of a problem. Because, like I say, are you going to entertain her whenever she puts down the phone? A lot of guys say this stuff. Well, what's she supposed to do? Sit around with you and watch you watch your favorite old TV shows or something? Or sit around and watch you listening to right-wing talk radio or Fox News 24 hours a day? It could be argued, that maybe her obsession with the phone is not as detrimental or destructive as some of these guys' obsession with, listening to politics all day long and getting fired up and angry about shit that they don't understand. And maybe your wife is thinking, well, damn, why does he have to sit around and listen to this bullshit all day long? Can't we go do this or can't we go do that? Does he have to watch football every single day it's on for 4 months out of the year? A lot of guys are doing more detriment to their families by making every Sunday unavailable for family activities other than watching football than what their wife is doing with, talking on her phone. So, yeah, she could sit around and be next to you. Maybe she could, like these guys in the Philippines, maybe she could go hang out with you at the local coffee shop while you're talking to all the other old expats and listening to the same old stories every single day, But I'm just curious about that. How many people really think it's a problem? My wife, she likes her games and bingo and Candy Crush and all that. She's really good at Call of Duty too, which she plays on her iPad. So that's nice. Sometimes I'll just hang out next to her and watch her kill people on that. But, we love each other and we both have things we're interested in. She's not interested in some of the TV shows and stuff I like. We both like a lot of the true crime stuff, and sometimes we'll watch The Voice. Last couple seasons, we didn't really watch that, but we'll hang out together and watch The Voice. We just started watching the new season. There's going to be a new season of Survivor coming up. Different shows, that we can both be interested in. But both people in a relationship often have their own different interest. And if you just hang out next to each other 24 hours a day instead of being on your phone, it's questionable whether or not that's really great for your relationship anyways. She needs her own time to be able to interact with other people and keep up with her family and friends. You have your own time. Obviously, if you've got two people working, it's nice to be able to spend some of your time together when you're not working, doing things. But my wife, man, she's always cooking and stuff. Especially now, I've been up here working in Daytona Beach, and I get home pretty late. And she's always making sure, here's a nice dinner when you get home and all that, I have nothing to complain about in my relationship. I don't care if she's on the phone, or not, whatever, But I know, especially if you have family and kids and all that, there are obligations people have to take care of. But I'm just curious how many people really feel, even if their wife is on the phone a lot, that it's some kind of a horrible, evil thing. That it's some kind of an addiction that they need to be broken of. Anytime you take away somebody's addiction, you're going to need to replace it with something else, And a lot of these guys, I just don't think they're prepared to entertain their wives once they put down their phones 24 hours a day.